All right, all right. We live, baby. We live. We live. We waiting on the screen to pop up. There we go. There we go. Let there be light. All right. All right. First things first. I like to shout out to all the viewers that's blowing up the Alpo and Rich Porter story. I have 230 views, and I appreciate it. But if you can hit some of them subscribe buttons and like and share, I would appreciate that too as well. But thank you for the numbers. I'm just crazy. I'm just feeling crazy about how the numbers are doing. People love to hear about Alpo and Rich Porter story because um, it's a hood tale. It's reality, and we know a lot of riches and Alpos in each hood. So yeah, every hood got a story like Rich Porter and Alpo, but this was a story that came to the masses first. So that's why I get the attention that it gets. But okay, let's move it. I don't want to be long. Uh, I'm getting ready to start giving flowers to our local heroes. And the first one I'm going to start with, I did Sugar Bear because it was his birthday. Um, but I was like, you know what? After I did Sugar Bear, I said, you know what? We need to go ahead and start. I need to go ahead and start celebrating the local artists, because I started with Sugar Bear. So Um, periodically I'm going to honor my local heroes. And right now is a fellow Greenway, Donnell Floyd. He's known from Rare Essence for years. Then he started a group called Familiar Faces that he held the line and was the lead of the group because it was his group. Um, I assume. But now he left the group. I don't know if he's behind the scenes, business wise, or what. I don't know. But he's currently heading a top 40 jazz group called Press Play. And I think they've been gigging at the Blue Dolphin on Friday nights and and all around the DMV. And this dude been putting in horn work over the years, and I just want to give Donnie Floyd his flowers. And while he's here, because he's one of the icon, the legends, like Go Mickey, Sugar Bear, Funk, White Boy, Juju, all the other guys that is the original guys, like Big Tony from Trouble, and these the guys I grew up off. Bugs from Junkyard Band. Who else? That's still here. Big G from Backyard. So yeah, I want to give my local heroes their flowers while they're here. We're gonna honor Chuck Brown in a little bit. You know, um, but I want to focus on who's here and our local celebrities like Wale, Chris Brown, and so forth. But I do it periodically, and because I don't want to bore you. I want to mix it up, and so I just want to say thank you for putting in the work, giving us good music. One of the original writers for all the authentic music for Red Essence. That was Donnell Penn. He's an amazing writer. And a lot of people don't know that, as well as accomplished musician. So I'm gonna tip my hat, salute one of the greats. I remember sitting in Red's barbershop with him back in the day. He ain't gonna remember it. I grew up on 7th Street by the Navy Yard and the Marine Barracks in DC. If you from DC, you know where that's at. Uh, and it was a barber shop right across from each other called Fuller's and the Reverends. You know, we call them Rev. And so in Rev's barber shop, I was in there because Fuller was so full. But I grew up in Fuller barber shop. You know, that's my original home for getting my hair cut as a shorty. You know, Fuller's barbershop. My grandmother used to drop me off, and Mr. Fuller was funny. He'd be like, you know, I mean, he was very humorous. He was like, Grandma, you can go ahead on and go and come back in maybe an hour. You know, he's fine. You know, all the, you know, kids that was in there, nothing but young men in the old school and, you know, the 20-year-old, 30-year-olds. I mean, it was a mixture of men in there. And it was a barber shop for men. You know, we could chop it up, say what we want, and not be offending nobody, you know. And so he really didn't want women in the barber shop because the guys didn't have to watch what they say. You know, you had to be respectful when women was in there. So he just rather not you be in it. And he let them know that the kids will be fine. Just go ahead. We got them. You know, we're a community up in here. And Mr. Fuller used to tell me, don't tell your grandmother what's going on in here, you know. And I remember I said that to him when I seen him. Mr. Fuller still living. He 86 years old. And I said, yeah, Mr. Fuller, I used to remember what was going on up in here. He was like, boy, it wasn't nothing going on up in here. He thought I meant something crazy. I was like, nah, I mean how men was men in the barber shop. You know, they laughed, they talk smack, you know, and I saw them pouring what they was pouring in their cup. And he told you, you know, if you're gonna smoke something, step outside, even cigarettes, you know. But everybody, that was a Saturday morning for, you know, the old heads, and you know, you when it was your Saturday to go get your hair cut, you know, so you was in Fuller's. But when I started going myself as a teenager, and Fuller be so crowded, you know, I started going over the rails, and Donnell Floyd was in there, and CJ from the Uptowners. CJ was another go-go legend in DC that come from out one of the bands, but you know, he had a few albums didn't really last as long as Asses or Trouble or EU. But I remember CJ because he was in there the same time Donnell was in there, and they was like, you know, go go and DC music really didn't get the notoriety or the pay like rappers and mainstream artists. These guys still had jobs. And you know, people would think that they had money, you know, like on a rich level. Like, man, nah, I go to work every day. And they were like, man, when you gonna buy your mansion? And you know, because this one Essence was at its height, and everybody was assuming that they had big time money. Like, man, nah, you know, that money get broke down between all the band members and whatnot, you know. So, you know, you like, man, I work, I got a good job. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here because this where everything at. This where the money at, right here in the city. So I say that, you know, as a side gig, being a musician, over the years, all our go-go legends that made money, and you know, and I just want to say thank you for the music. I hope this video reach you, Donnell, and you know, I went to Spingarn in '88, and I came out in '88, '86 to '88, and I got there in '86 when Sherman Douglas left when they won the championship when he went on to Syracuse. So yeah, you know. So I know you was in that era, like the '82, the '84. So you was before me. So I salute you, a fellow Green Wave, and keep rocking, man. I haven't seen you since you started Press Play, but my 44th birthday, which was in I want to say 2014. Um, I had a birthday party at Martini's, and your band, Familiar Faces, was at Martini's and Indian Head, and man, we had a ball, and you know, so that's like my last memory of seeing you. And I used to see you at La Fonte Blue a lot as well, and man, we just this pandemic just really interrupting, the good times that we used to have, but the world is changing, and I just can't wait till we can get back to going to see our musicians get down and play, and because that's part of our lifestyle. You work hard, you play hard, it go hand in hand. It's a balance. So you know uh you know so I just like to say again, salute to you, sir, and that's it. I'm gonna end it on that note. Peace.